Hey guys, doing a quick guide on Julie, 3-star Advent Dungeon. Water-based. Most of the allies you get here, you know, typically, like I've suggested in my other videos, you don't really need to invest them. Gunnar O'Hara can be useful if you want that 100% attack buff, but you don't need it. The stuns are kind of annoying, but most of the time they're only stunning 1 or 2 guys, so not too bad. You can also bring some debuff removal to handle that. And the cooldown skills is actually not that useful in this dungeon. What you do want to make sure is you want to bring someone that can crit, because the main mechanic in this dungeon is they get a giant defense boost and it's removed by critting them. So for this one, I brought Tayo. I know some of you guys got him from the 4-star when he was here, but pretty much when he attacks or gets attacked, he gets one of these stacks. Each stack is 25% chance of landing crit strike, which is really powerful in this dungeon. Another thing to note is for any of your DPSers, 58, they can get the skill planned attack, which increases their crit by 15% with 3 stars. I obviously don't have it here, but that helps you greatly. That gives you at least a 20% chance base to crit. Since it's a water dungeon, I brought my Ruby, couple healers. Deimos is really there just for some of the debuff removal as Dark Warrior number 2, and the evasion shield for whenever I need it. But this dungeon isn't too bad with damage going out. Ramu can definitely solo heal it, at least with my party's current health. So let's jump in here. So every wave in this dungeon has some variation of this buff right here on these darker looking knights. Greatly decreases damage taken, removed by landing a crit. So typically I like to kind of take out the smaller guys while building my crit chance on Tayo, and then I'll use his 2, which is an AoE attack, to try to crit all of them at once and get that shield off. But each character at least has a 5% base chance to crit, so, and my Ruby has, I think, 20% chance, so not too bad. I've only got about 40% chance here, but I'm going to try it anyway. And I got a crit on one of them. Yeah, this one right here. So I'm going to start working on that with my other DPS, and if I get enough stacks, I'll start hitting that one with Tayo. There we go, I got 3 stacks, 4 stacks, 5 stacks. It's pretty much guaranteed crits right there, 25% for each stack. Make sure I take this guy out with Ruby. And there we go, both shields removed. The damage isn't too high on this wave. As you can see, pretty much none of my guys took any damage. These guys do stun, but like I said, it's a single target, so it's not too bad to deal with. So this dwarf has skilled blacksmith. It is pretty much the same thing as the other guys, except he will recast this one. So just go ahead and try to take it off there. I got it with my Tayo. So I'm going to go ahead and DPS him while he has no shield up. These guys on the side, they're not too terribly dangerous. They pretty much just shoot you. Can do burn, can also stun, but the damage isn't too high, so I'm not too worried about it. I killed him before he recasted his buff, so that's good. I'm just going to keep going here. As you can see, my team's pretty much back to full, so... Okay, so Julie always summons her dad tackling, and they always fight together. They'll always start the fight with tackling with the skilled blacksmith, same buff as the last guy, removed by landing a crit, but he'll also protect his daughter Julie. So we can really only hurt one of them. The also key thing to note is that they both have this, one's called Blunt Attack and one's called Revenge. The bottom here says she becomes enraged upon her dad's death. And Revenge is he becomes enraged on Julie's death. Julie also has a small chance to delay enemy turns and has a chance to freeze skills of enemies with fear status. So if you get feared, you can't use your skills other than your number 1 skill. So there's a crit. Remove that debuff. Or remove that buff, I mean. Julie's still protected for 1 turn, so I'm going to try to do as much damage as I can. Okay, so after the protection ends, what's going to happen is he's going to... They typically switch, where Julie will protect her dad, and Julie you'll need to crit her to get the skilled blacksmith off, which is what's up right now. I don't have any stacks on Tayo, so I can't instantly break the shield, but there we go. Shield is broken, but Protect's still on. Now Protect's off, so I can hit them both. But I kind of want to even it out, trying to get Julie low. She put the shield back on, the Protect, the buff, and it's pretty much slow and steady at this point. Until you force one of them to enrage. They do some significant AoE, so just be careful of your health bars here. Okay. Now Julie is being protected by her dad. Switch DPS over. I crit him, his buff is gone, so I'm going to try to do some more damage. She's stunned and frozen, and feared, so she both can't use her other abilities and is stunned. Dark Warrior's gonna res from Deimos' passive. Just put it healed up here. And I'm just gonna hit him. So this is good, he's pretty low. Gonna try to remove that buff from Julie. I don't have any stacks on Tayo, but I removed the buff anyway. There goes the defensive buff again. He's got 2 stacks, so he's got a good chance of removing this, which he did. At this point, I am really good to kill either one of them, because neither of them will have very much health when they enrage. And if you have to kill one or the other, I found that her dad's a little less dangerous. I'd rather deal with her dad than her. And there we go. She's dead. Now we try to kill him as fast as possible, and it's all clear. If you need any more additional tips or tricks, please let me know. If you want to borrow my Tayo, please let me know. Happy to put it up for the guild as well. But happy clearing.